with the rise of communism, especially the Eastern Catholics, but not solely, you had issues of persecution where you're dealing with it being illegal to be Catholic in these countries. You have basically positively atheist regimes. So now we have new persecutions taking place. How are we going to deal with this? That was actually one of the factors behind like Dignitatis Humanae and religious freedom. It wasn't just about freedom in the West. It was about in the East. Like the civil governments have no right to impinge the church's divinely given mandate to preach the gospel. Like people always think of Dignitatis Humanae as being solely about the individual citizen's freedom from coercion, right? That's part of it. But there's actually a whole, it does list that out based on human dignity and the nature of man. He has an obligation to seek the truth and come to know it insofar as it's known. Therefore, he has a right to exercise that and free from coercion in civil society, meaning secular civil governments have no right to rule you on this question. But it also has another section that positively affirms the additional right of the church because of its divine mandate. And therefore, basically, no government has a right to impinge upon the church's mission. And so any law that would try to do that is not a valid law. And it was asserting its right against all governments. And part of that was because of communism that was persecuting the church. It was affirming in the face of the advance of communism that those governments have no right to impinge upon the church. And it is a separate right. So you have the natural right, and then you have the supernatural divine right of the church, and it's also asserting that. And no one even talks about that part of it.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like, and subscribe.